On a dark, tense night, a woman named Violet faces a brutal attack from her husband Blake. Filled with rage, he strikes her, slams her against walls, and ultimately aims a gun at her. Instead of pulling the trigger, he places the weapon in her hands, challenging her to kill him. Violet, trembling with fear and pain, screams as her finger hovers over the trigger. Then, everything fades away. Years later, Blake is dead, and Violet is trying to rebuild her life in Chicago with her 5-year-old son, Toby. To aid others who have endured similar suffering, she now works at a support center for domestic violence victims. Violet has also started chatting with a new man named Henry, a photographer for the mayor's office, through a dating app. After weeks of conversation, they agree to meet for dinner. On the night of their first date, Violet's younger sister Jen comes over to babysit Toby, helping Violet choose a nice outfit and reminding her that not all men are like Blake. Nervously, Violet agrees.
They're not all Blake. You deserve to be happy. And kid still doesn't know how to blow his own nose. All right, you put this on.
She arrives at a fancy restaurant called Palette, located on one of the top floors of a tall building, and waits at the bar since Henry texts that he will be late. While ordering a drink, she accidentally bumps into a friendly guy named Connor. The kind bartender, Kara, serves her, but then an older man named Richard mistakes her for his blind date, Diane. When Diane arrives, she seems displeased to see Richard, and Violet quietly observes the awkward interaction. Later, the restaurant's piano player, Phil, flirts with her, but Kara intervenes, reminding him that Violet is waiting for someone. Suddenly, Violet starts receiving odd messages from an app called DG Drop. Initially, they are just silly memes, and she brushes them off. Eventually, Henry arrives, charming and thoughtful, even bringing a hockey puck as a gift for little Toby. Violet smiles, touched by the gesture. They sit down to dinner when a dramatic waiter named Matt appears, trying a bit too hard to be funny with his little skits while taking their drink orders.
Can you believe that? Okay, well, he's afraid of heights. So he is really going through it and is
Then, things take a chilling turn.
Somebody keeps sending me these.
Violet starts receiving messages from DG Drop, but now the sender is using her real name. Her face pales. Something is wrong. The next message shows a live video from her home security camera. A masked man is inside her house, holding a gun near Toby. The mysterious messenger, calling himself the Dropper, claims he has cloned her phone and can hear everything she says. If she tries to call 911 or inform Henry, the masked man will kill her son. In a panic, Violet rushes to the bathroom.
I have to call home. I'll be right back. I really need your help.
Whispering for help from some teenage girls, but the Dropper hears her. She discovers a tiny microphone hidden in the bathroom and another at their table. She's being watched every second. The Dropper gives her a terrifying command: take the SD card from Henry's camera. Violet concocts an excuse to get Henry away from the table, pretending to have lost her watch.
Would you share the trouble?
I've been meaning to get the clasp fixed. It must have fallen off somewhere.
Whoa.
Oh, I had it when I walked in because I... Would you mind? I'm gonna look around here, but would you mind just asking the
When he
hostess if
steps
anyone
away,
can-
she searches his bag, finds the camera, and takes the card, which contains photos exposing illegal activities by the mayor's office. She hides the card and returns to the bathroom, where the Dropper gives her the next order: destroy the card and look inside the paper towel dispenser. There, she finds a small vial of poison. The Dropper wants her to poison Henry's drink to kill him. Violet is horrified and refuses, but the Dropper pushes her further, reminding her that she has already killed someone, or did she?
No, I didn't.
Back in the dining area, Violet starts observing everyone more
Hi.
closely. She questions Connor again,
You
but
were
he
here
insists
for
he's
a
just
long
waiting for his
time.
sister.
I'm meeting sister. She's stuck on the tarmac at O'Hare. You might want to get back to your table.
Meanwhile, Diane storms out, calling Richard a jerk.
You're a real jerk.
Violet returns to Henry, trying to play it cool. When she proposes moving to another table, the Dropper threatens Toby once more. They must remain where they are.
Stay.
You don't have to. I think we're gonna stay.
Later, as Matt takes their order, Violet hears Phil playing Baby Shark, a song she had jokingly mentioned earlier. Seizing the moment, she writes a note on a $20 bill for Matt to give to Phil as a tip. The note reads 2 hostages along with her home address. Phil receives the message and rushes toward the elevator, but collapses and dies from a poisoned drink. The dropper has killed him. Violet watches on her phone as the masked man at home knocks Jen unconscious and locks Henry's door. To mask her panic, Violet fakes a phone call argument with Jen. Henry begins to think she's lost interest in their date and decides to leave, but the dropper warns her not to let him go. So she kisses Henry to keep him there. They head to the bar for shots, and Violet prepares 2 glasses of tequila while Kara observes her, sensing something is off. Violet returns to the table, trying to maintain her composure. Then Henry mentions finding her watch on the floor, which she had claimed was lost, making him suspicious. He leaves to get limes, and Violet seizes the opportunity to slip poison into one of the shot glasses.
Hello, Pinot delivery.
I don't know.
Back at the table, they discuss love, trust, and their difficult pasts. Henry shares his experience of being in a bad relationship. Just as he's about to drink his tequila, Violet spills wine on his shirt to stop him. The dropper is furious again. Violet tries to uncover the dropper's identity and sees Connor again, but then his sister finally arrives, confirming he was telling the truth. Kara approaches Violet and quietly asks if she's okay and if she needs help. Violet insists that Henry isn't the issue and inquires about Connor's sister's usual table. Kara mentions she typically sits elsewhere, at the same table where Richard has been staring at Violet all night. Violet confronts Richard, and he finally confesses. He's the dropper. He collaborates with a criminal group linked to the mayor. Henry has been collecting evidence against them, making him a target. They wanted Violet to poison him, framing her for the murder while Richard escapes unscathed. A flashback uncovers the truth about Blake's death. Violet didn't shoot him. Blake took the gun back and nearly shot Toby, but when police sirens approached, he turned the gun on himself. Back at the restaurant, Henry returns to the table, and Violet hands him a poisoned shot. He drinks it, while Richard, feeling triumphant, indulges in his dessert, panna cotta. Violet calmly mentions that Blake used to order the same after hurting her, then smiles, saying, "You know what I learned from men like that? They always think they've won." Then comes the twist. She didn't poison Henry's drink. She poisoned Richard's dessert. Realizing too late, Richard becomes furious, pulls a gun, and fires. Henry pushes Violet aside, taking the bullet himself. Chaos erupts as people scream and flee. Richard even stabs Kara, who later survives. Violet seizes the hockey puck Henry gave her. Richard orders the masked man to kill Toby and Jen. Violet throws the puck at the already shot window, shattering it, and the air pressure pulls Richard out to his death. Henry saves Violet from falling, but is gravely injured. As help arrives, he gives her his car keys, urging her to go home. Violet drives frantically through the city, desperate to save her family. Jen is regaining consciousness, trying to protect Toby when the masked man attacks again. Jen fights him off, but he breaks through. Just in time, Violet arrives. But the masked man shoots her in the arm. Toby bravely uses his toy car to push the gun towards his mother. Violet grabs it and shoots the intruder, finally ending the nightmare. Eventually, the truth is unveiled as Richard's deeds come to light, leading to the arrest of the mayor and his criminal associates. Violet pays a visit to Henry in the hospital, bringing him some food. Jen also arrives, sending a playful prank message via DG drop, pretending it's yet another threat. Violet grins and then turns to Henry, asking, "How about a dull second date?" Henry laughs, replying, "I would love that."